Hello everyone, this is Sijal with the Judges of Hades, and this is our how to play video for the Circle of Death. In this video, we'll be running through a single round to show you all how to play. To start, you draw one human card from the top of the human deck and place it in the Forsaken Soul slot. Then, you draw an environment card from the top of the environment deck and place it in the active environment slot. Once your human and environment cards are prepared, have each player draw 7 cards from the attack deck. Choose a player to go first to play an attack card. In this case, the red player, who's in the bottom left of the screen, will go first. Since the active environment, Volcano, has the fire and earth symbols, only fire and earth element cards can be played. Since the red player has a fire element attack, Meteor Strike, they can play a card and further the game. With each card that is played, the counters are increased by the amount on the attack card. The goal of the game is to get the brutality level, the value on the counters, to reach the human's resiliency level, the number on the human card, which in this case is 60. If a player plays a card that causes the counter to reach a value between the resiliency level and 10 above it, in this case in between 60 and 70, they're awarded the kill and get the human. After each turn, if a player has less than 7 cards, they're required to draw from the attack deck until their hand is full again, and the game progresses. The turn order goes in a clockwise fashion, so the next player to go will be the green player, who's in the top left. Now, it seems that the white player, in the bottom right, has neither a fire or earth element card in their hand. In this case, they have to draw a card from the deck and choose a card that's currently in their hand to discard back into the attack deck, which is reshuffled. If the player gets a valid card in their first draw, they can play it and the game goes on. Otherwise, they have to choose a card to discard back into the deck and lose their turn, which is what's just happened. It seems that the red player, who's in the bottom left, has played a card that has caused the current brutality level to reach a value in between the resiliency and 10 more, in this case being 66. This means that the human has essentially been killed, and the red player has taken the human and is awarded the round. Now, in this case, the red player has played a card that has caused the brutality level to exceed 10 more than a resiliency level. So in this case, the brutality level is more than 70. What this means is that the human is essentially overkilled. So nobody gets the human, and the human is placed in the discard pile along with the environment at the end of every round. In a case where a human is overkilled, if the overkilling player has a crowd control card that can bring the brutality level down to the regular killing range, the player must play that crowd control card and save the kill, allowing them to be awarded the human. In this case, the brutality level was brought to 71, which is 1 more than the killing limit, 70. But the killing player, the red player in the bottom left, had a crowd control card, Fountain of Youth, which reduced the brutality level by 5, bringing it down to killing range. Now, crowd control cards aren't only to be used in cases like this. They can be played at any point within the game, so long as it doesn't bring the brutality level below 0. Crowd control cards are played on the active environment pile, as they force the environment to change the element on the card. So if this card were played in the middle of a round, the active environment's element would become purely water. And that was a round of Circle of Death. There are as many rounds as there are humans. At the end of the game, all players add up the number of human cards that they have, and the player with the most human cards wins. In the event of a tie, the 2 players that have tied will add up the resiliency levels of all the human cards that they have won, and the player with the higher total resiliency wins. In this case, we only really played 1 round, so the red player in the bottom left is the winner, because they are the only one with a human card. And that's how you play Circle of Death. We hope you enjoy our game.